Turn it up, y'all peak flow. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, stay, bang. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all peak flow.
Matching hundreds. It's a coach. You're set for Madden football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be brought out by their quarterback, who is now in season number 9 out of TCU, Andy Dalton.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver.
And right away, he lost the football, and the Eagles have recovered.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it?
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Sammy Watkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And now a look at the offense for Chicago.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. The sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? A big-time game.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. The last time these two teams met, boy, was it memorable. Wild card weekend last year as the Eagles started their Super Bowl title defense, and they held on thanks to the doink or the double doink heard around the world on the Cody Parkey missed field goal, and the Eagles would escape 16-15. Of course, they would go on to lose the following weekend to the New Orleans Saints. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They go play action now. Wilson, he'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it they're picking up the first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kyler Fackrell. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Now it's Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. North of 100 yards, the two scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Von Miller in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
Good one, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a pass here caught by Edelman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. On third down, here's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And now Edelman. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now Jones. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Aaron Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
Take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And Dalton to throw. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So Dalton now looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again, Dalton. And this is Parker, complete. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And it's caught by Parker. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
It's Williams on the catch. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Another chance for Dalton. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. On the ground, McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And caught by Henry. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Wilson being chased out left. He'll run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Buying time to his left. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now Jones looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Further.
At the 29-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Badgley, up and good.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop. From the 41, Dalton throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And that's complete to McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
Again, it's Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Third quarter, you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From midfield now on second down. Wilson, 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Flushed out right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
The connection made. It's Graham. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it comes from.
On third and goal, Wilson. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Brashad Perriman with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Operating from the gun, Dalton. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Andy Dalton now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and a yard, Dalton. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now Sammy Watkins and the rest of the offense getting set to go again. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson, wide open receiver, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm?
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyrell Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to make things a bit more respectable.
Well, I do have 1 word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Jones. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Now a dump-off here complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
93, 52, 93, 44.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Dalton. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Dalton now to pass. He'll get this to Eckler. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter, you're going. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now it's Wilson. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Room here to run. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson flush to his right. And that is incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he connects with Ertz. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Steps away to his left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this fight? Nowhere to escape. Von Miller in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Throwing on second and long. Dalton.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Play fake. Here's Dalton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards that time. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Not that time for Watkins, but it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. Dancing to his left. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Being chased out left. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for Chad Williams, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 1 back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. Throwing again here, Wilson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well at hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And a nice Nice return. Sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.